The remarkable thing about this Niobe is it shows a development towards a richer expression of a person and of their circumstances. It was a greater realism, but also still an idealism in Greek art. And to explain that, you have to go back, because there was this progression from many hundreds of years earlier in Greece. This Niobe was from about 200 BC, but hundreds of years earlier, the Greek sculptors were much less developed in some of their techniques and abilities, and their ideas of how to portray humans was much more restricted. So they would present figures full frontal only and fairly rigid, with no movement of the limbs or positions of limbs or the turning of the head or anything like that, very rigid. And there was this progression of loosening up, of making the figures over the matter of centuries more realistic, and having more of a focus on the actual character of the body, and eventually exposing the body and letting you see the actual details of the human form. We have a case here of showing a young woman running, which is kind of the antithesis of the static approach of earlier centuries. And she's running with, a rich, classic set of robes, but they're arranged in this rippled set of folds that move in almost a loose geometrical way. So this was a sensuous work. It was really also moving towards a greater sensuality in art, and specifically in sculpture, because A, it was showing the figure moving, and B, all the richness of detail of the work.